So my name is Elizabeth Garner, and I'm the state demographer for Colorado. I work for the Department of Local Affairs. When I first started, the guy that I was replacing, my predecessor, told me, he said, people think that race is a big issue, but the number one issue that will be facing you over the next 20 years will be age. And I was like, really? Age? Didn't really think too much about it. But then I started pulling apart every piece of data: income, educational attainment, unemployment, everything by age. And everything changes with age. It is so different compared to, for example, just looking at the population as a whole. We've got, a good example is that in Colorado, we actually had a decline in the population under 18 that was Hispanic, that was white non-Hispanic. So fewer kids now that are white non-Hispanic than previously. Where the fastest growth rate of any race ethnicity was the Hispanic population under 18. So they've got a very young age distribution. Like median age is like around 30, where white non-Hispanics is like at 43. If you compared both groups without taking age out, you would really be comparing basically 30-year-olds to 50-year-olds. And there's so much difference between the two ages in terms of where you spend your dollars, where your educational attainment, your career path, what drives you. A lot of people in their 30s are really starting families. A lot of people in their 50s are looking at end of career and retirement and getting the kids through college. And so not until I really started taking a look at age did I realize how important it is to segment by age. I get a birthday every year. So I'm aging, and so it's that aging piece is always interesting. I think that you always feel younger than you might be numerically. What I do love is, like, I've hired a whole bunch of new people in my office. When I was hired, I was the youngest by 20 years. So I came into a situation where I was the youngest, and was always treated with a great deal of respect. But then within like 3 years, everybody that was in that older age group left because they were retiring. They were leaving. We had a very kind of bifurcated age distribution. Now I'm hiring these young 30-year-olds, and the thing is, they're amazing. The talent that they come with, the way that they think about their jobs and their careers is phenomenal. And the wealth of information and creativity is super. So it's a very positive, that we made it kind of through our transition of where we were transitioning from an older department now to a younger department. But don't have any grandparents left, so I just have parents that are in their 70s, and they're doing well, and that's all about the aging I've got. I've been in this position for 9 years, and before that I worked for CSU, ran a data center. And so I've been kind of studying socioeconomic information about Colorado for about 19, 20 years. So I absolutely adore it. I love the topic, and I think it's really important for decision making. That's really the key. And it's a great position because I get to do the research. I'm a research person. I like to do the research, but then there's a service component. So you're providing help to people that really need it in that decision making. So in our office, our primary mission is to produce population estimates and forecasts for state agencies and local governments to use for decision making, especially long-term decision making. So a lot of our clients are like Department of Transportation, Department of Human Services. So really trying to know what kinds of people will we have 20, 30, 40 years from now. A lot of water providers use our data, again, looking at service provision so that they know what types of resources we're going to need.